Now, I'm going to bring up the rest of my team while I finish speaking because I want them behind me because for the last couple of months we worked very hard together. And I also want to thank George Monahan for paving the way for us and bringing the issues out to light. So thank you, George, also. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes to introduce my team because it's not just my vision, it's our vision. There is no me in team, there's no I in team, it's all of us. And I want to thank them. They're hardworking, ethical people who have been committed to our community, and they deserve election too. Let's start with our first councilman. I saw him here somewhere. Running in the 1st District is Lenny Croto. He's very active in his community, most notably the Church on the Green. Thank you. Our second candidate, I think she's playing music. Can you get away from the music table? Everybody knows Ramona. She's most And I want to thank Ramona for all her volunteer work that she's done throughout the years. This next person, he's PTA president at Washington School. He has 4 children in the system. He works very hard. Well, 4 children keeps him busy. He works very hard for all of you in his 3rd district, and that's John Lewis. And I want to tell you, my husband talked a little bit about behind every man is a good woman. Well, you haven't seen anything yet until you met Janelle, his wife, behind him. Our next person is an incumbent. Stu Rossi has been the councilman in the 4th District for a number of years. He received re-election in the Democratic Party. He's running in a cross-endorsement of the Better Future Party, and that's Stu Rossi. I just want to mention a special note about Stu because I talked a little bit about revaluation recently and how we should have phased in revaluation. That was a simple request to the state. That needed to be done, and the surrounding communities have done it. We should have done it too. A tax increase all in one lump sum was just not affordable. And I think putting in reval at the height of the market when our market values were inflated was the wrong thing to do. Stu introduced legislation when he was on the council asking that reval be phased in. And that resolution was ignored. But I want to thank Stu for making the effort on behalf of all of us. Councilwoman that I'm going to introduce, she's no stranger to the press. She's out there fighting all the time for all of us. She also won re-election. I'm very proud to be working with Nancy Rossi. This next person is kind of new to politics, and boy, she surprised us. She got out there and she was like a dog with a bone. She went knocking on doors and talked about our issues and really won a surprising amount of votes. And she's back in and she's ready to do it again, and that's Tracy Marola. Her husband owns Pete's Place over there in case anybody wants to go over us. Our next councilman, he's a police officer in the city of Bridgeport. He works very hard. He's on a number of boards and commissions in the city. He's also raising a family, and that's Sean Ronan. Newcomer who's jumped into the race. He was with us all throughout the summer working very hard, and when the 10th district opened up, there was no other answer than Jay Stakeoff. Jay is a teacher in our high school. Now let's introduce our Board of Ed candidates. Howie Horvath worked and served on our Board of Ed for 4 years. He did the right decision every time a decisive issue came up. Howie fought for the right thing to do, not the political thing to do. And sometimes he took a little bit of heat for that, but he's out there doing the right thing for us. So thank you, Howie. Candidate, you'll find out later, isn't just a Board of Ed candidate. He'll be doing a few songs for us also. His wife, let's introduce his wife first. His wife does the Theater Mania and does the drama over at the high school. She also teaches English and has been putting on plays with the children for years in our community as a volunteer. We thank her so much for all the work she does, and that's Margie Malone. Dorinda want to be on our ticket? But her husband, who's running with us on the Board of Education, has worked very hard, and is her partner in all those activities is Sean Marr. Now, our top of the ticket, usually we have here our partner in crime, Debbie Collins. As many of you know, she won her re-election. She's very popular, and she's popular for a reason. She does her job, she does it well, and she's good to the people. Her son is getting married on Saturday, so tonight was the rehearsal dinner, so she couldn't be with us, but she's a part of our team still, and we appreciate that. Next person on the top of our ticket, he jumped in. I don't know if you knew what you were getting into when you started to run for tax collector, the most popular position on the ticket. But he's a great guy. I really got to know him over the summer. We walked and we knocked on a lot of doors together, and that's Jim Butler. Now, this not new guy, he's not a new guy, but new to the ticket. He asked if he could be a part of this team because he believes in what we're doing in. His wife is a teacher in the school system, his daughter is a teacher in the school system, and Marty's been very involved, besides in education, in a number of activities. And that's our treasurer candidate, Marty Northrum. Last but not least, oh no, I have a few more. How many people on this ticket? Okay, the next position is Board of Tax Assessed Appeal, and this position is when you come and you think that your property's been improperly assessed, you go before this board and you fight that appeal. And he's been serving in that capacity, and he's up for re-election, and that's Calvin Deloach. Our two council-at-large candidates, one is Dave Forsythe. He can't be with us because he has a position in the education system. He works hard. He's coached many activities throughout the years, and let's give him a big round of applause. And last but not least, our last council-at-large candidate is not new to politics. He ran for a congressional seat a few years back, but he jumped into this race because he also believes in our mission and our vision, and that's John Coppola. I really want to thank all of you for coming out this evening and supporting us. As you can tell, this is a very abbreviated campaign. We made the decisions on Sunday, we put out an announcement yesterday, and we're announcing today. So we're on a very fast track, and what we're going to do is ask all of you for your help to help us get the message out. Time is not on our side in this election, and we would just ask that you spread the word with your friends and your family about the mission and about our team, and stand with us. And very appropriately, our theme song has been Taking It to the Streets by the Doobie Brothers. And I think that's very indicative of what we need to do. We're taking this campaign on the streets, we're going to knock on doors, we're going to call you, harass you, and ask you to support our team. So thank you very much. I'm very proud to be running. Love West Haven, and I hope we do it together. Thank you.